All right, welcome back. Let's get started on our first campaign. So we're at the Google AdWords homepage. I'm just going to log into my Google AdWords account. And we are going to go ahead and create our first campaign. All right, so like we decided, this is going to be our marketing system campaign. First thing we need to do is target customers by language. I'm going to stick with just English, and then we're going to target customers by location. I'm going to change targeting here. And I'm going to select a few different countries to target. I like to just click on Browse, and then you can just select the countries that you want to target. I like to choose Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, and United States. Okay? Those are the four that I choose. Those are the four that I like to target. You can really play around with this and find your own preferences, but those are the four I'm going to start with. Okay, I'm going to hit Done, and I'm going to hit Continue. All right, so we've selected the targeting, and now we're actually going to go ahead and create our first ad. Now remember, we're going to be creating the marketing systems campaign, and we're going to be creating an ad group for the spiderweb marketing system. Okay, now in the headline, what we can do is now there's a little bit of debate about this, but I definitely like to use the keyword in my ad, somewhere in my ad, either the headline or the description at some point. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to try to use spider web marketing in the headline. There we go. I'm just going to put a question mark there because people are looking for some more information about it. And now we're just going to throw in a couple of description lines. You're going to have to come up with something pretty creative. What you can do is head on over back to Google and type in spider web marketing and just have a look at some of the ads that people are putting up. So of course, there's the actual spider web system. Somebody is marketing. Here's somebody marketing a magnetic marketing system. Some other information here. Okay, so you can get some ideas right here about what other ads people are advertising, and get some ideas on the kind of description that you want to use. All right, so let's go back to our ad. Let's finish up this ad here. Spiderweb marketing. Now remember, you only have 35 characters for each of these lines, so you have to be wise with how you spend your characters until you learn these marketing secrets. Ah, that worked. It fit. Don't waste your money until you learn these marketing secrets. Okay, now my display URL is going to be my website URL. And I like to capitalize it as well, so I'm going to use my URL MLM downline formula. And now what I've done is I've created, in my MLM Lead System Pro, I've created a separate subdomain to track my pay-per-click ads specifically for my system. And so that is actually my destination URL is actually sys.mlmdownlineformula.com. And what this does is it brings up the system capture page, because I actually created a system capture page for this, so that it actually says looking for the best marketing system. Don't spend any more money on marketing systems until you learn what they won't teach you. Okay, so it's specifically targeted. The capture page I designed here is specifically targeted for somebody that's looking for information about a marketing system. And you can even go as far as to create a unique video to put on this capture page, so that it speaks directly to the person looking for information about a marketing system. And I would definitely recommend you do that. I mean, you could even go as far as to make a video specifically for spiderweb marketing and talk about, why, especially if you have the information about spiderweb marketing, actually mention it in your video. Anyway, so that's the capture page. Now, what I'm actually going to do in my destination URL is I want to put the spiderweb marketing keyword in my page. And my page is already designed to do that with our system. Those are the S1 variables that are already designed to do that. So what I'm going to do is simply add on to the end of this question mark S1 equals spider plus web plus marketing. Okay, and what's going to happen now, if you see this link, is not only will it take people to my marketing system capture page, it will actually put the keyword spiderweb marketing into the capture page. So now it says, looking for spiderweb marketing? Don't spend any more money on spiderweb marketing until you learn what they won't teach you, etc., etc., etc. And it's got spiderweb marketing a few times on the capture page. Now, this does a couple of things. First of all, it's speaking directly to your prospect because they're looking about information for spiderweb marketing. You're talking specifically to them. You're talking directly to them. Second, it gives Google some relevance because Google wants to make sure that they're sending people to a website that's relevant to what they are looking for. That's really important. If you didn't catch that, rewind this video and listen to that again, maybe 10 times, because relevancy is critical to being successful with Google AdWords. Your website, your ads, your keywords, they need to all be relevant. Okay. If you don't mention anything about spiderweb marketing, um, Google sees your web page as not being relevant, and they will charge you more per click. Okay, it's what's called the Google slap. You're going to hear that term. So it's really important that you actually have the keyword on your web page. That's why we've designed our web pages with these variables programmed into them, so that you can literally put the keywords onto the capture pages, really easily just by entering it into the URL. Okay, so that's what we do. We put that into the destination URL, and my first ad is ready. I'm going to hit continue, and my ad is done. Okay, so there's my first ad right there, and now we're going to put in our keywords. All right, so this is where Word Tracker comes in again. And again, this is why we're going to recommend that you purchase yourself a Word Tracker membership, at least for a month or two, until you've got your account set up. So what we're going to do is we are now going to go back. Let's go back home. We're going to get out of the keyword universe, and we're going to go into the keyword researcher tool. Here we go. So let's go into the keyword researcher tool. And we are looking for spiderweb marketing. That's our keyword. So let's put in spiderweb marketing as our seed keyword. You want to make sure that filter is off, okay? Make sure that filter is off. And number of results, we'll keep it at 500 using data from the US. Keywords in any order. Uppercase and lowercase combined. You can include misspellings and plurals as well. So I'm actually going to put misspellings in there as well. And I'm going to hit research and just see what it's going to give us back. All right, so Word Tracker is doing its job for us, and it's going to give us a nice list here. It's got 10 different keywords for us. Okay. Now you'll notice that I put spiderweb with a space, and it's actually giving us back keywords without the space as well. Okay. Now you could separate that into two different ad groups. Just for simplicity's sake, we're going to just keep it like this in this list. And what you'll see here on the right-hand side is you're going to see a number here. This is the number of searches on a daily basis, just from one of the search engines. Now, there's a lot more searches than this on a daily basis. I just use this number as a reference, as a comparison. Okay, so you can see that this is the term that gets the most searches as compared to free spiderweb marketing. So you're going to get a lot more traffic from this exact term. All right, so what we need to do now is we need to take this keyword list. So we're going to export. We're going to export this list. We're just going to do the searches. We don't need the predict. And we can now export it as Excel, tab separated, comma separated, etc., etc. I'm just going to do Excel. I'm going to download this list, and I'm going to export. All right, let's open this up. All right, and there is my list of keywords. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just select this list of keywords. Right here. I'm going to copy this list, and we're going to put it into our Google account, okay? But before we do this, we want to wrap our keywords, okay? So we don't want to just put the list in the way it is. We want to go to Mike's Marketing Tools, AdWords Wrapper. You can see the website link is up here. We'll have a link to this in the back office as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to the wrapper right here, okay? We're going to paste our list right here. So there's our list of 10 keywords for Spiderweb Marketing System. And we're going to wrap our AdWords. Now, what this is going to do is give us the same list, but each one of the keyword phrases are going to have quotes around it and brackets around it so that we can match phrase and exact match as well. If you don't understand this, go back to the Learning Center for Google AdWords and learn about what broad phrase and exact match is. Okay, either way, this is what we need to do. So we're going to take this box right here, hit Control All or Select All, and we're going to copy this. I'm going to copy this wrapped list, and we're going to put this wrap list, paste this back into our Google AdWords account. So we're back in our Google AdWords account now. We're still creating our first campaign. We're going to enter in all of our keywords. There we are. Just pasted it in, and there's all of our keywords for Spiderweb marketing. Okay, now that we've got all of our keywords in there, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and hit Continue. And this is where we're going to enter our daily budget for our first campaign. Now, this is where you get a lot of control with Google, and I really like this. You can really control how much money you want to spend. Personally, I'd like to set this at a minimum of $25 per day. Otherwise, you're really not going to get any traffic. Now, that's not to say that you will spend $25 a day, especially not with just one ad group. But you do want to have a number that's kind of big enough that Google will actually give you some traffic. If you set it too low, Google might not give you a lot of traffic. Okay. Once I set up my accounts, I actually put this figure well over $1,000 a day. Okay. But right now, let's just set a good daily budget. I'm going to start with $50 a day for this campaign. This is for this whole campaign. I'm going to set it at $50 per day. And now the next thing is you're going to set your maximum cost per click for the search network and maximum cost per click in the content network. Again, if you don't know what search and content are, go back to the Learning Center and learn the basics before you start spending money on Google AdWords. Okay, you should know at least what search is and what content is. Okay, so I'm going to put in a maximum cost per click bid. Now here's the thing, when you're entering a cost per click bid to get started, it's usually best to enter a higher amount to get some traffic, get some clicks, get some click-through rate, get some data, and then pull that cost down. Okay, we don't know exactly how much it's going to cost. I'm going to start with about $1 and I'm going to see what it's going to give me. And for content, now here's the thing, if you're spending $1 per click, and if you're converting at about 20%, your lead cost should be about $5 per lead, which is totally fine. Anything under $5 is a pretty good lead cost. Anything under $3 is phenomenal, and you will be getting some leads for under $3. So $1 is pretty much the maximum that I'll spend, typically on average. As a good number, $1 is the most I'll spend per click. I like to spend somewhere around 50 cents on average per click. Okay, so I'm probably going to end up dropping this, but I'm going to start at $1 just to get some traffic, get some clicks, and then adjust my bids from there. You could start at 50 cents, 60 cents, 80 cents, wherever you're comfortable. Maybe $1 might be a little bit too high for you. In fact, why don't I drop this down since most people won't be bidding that. Let's start at about 70 cents. And content, I'm going to go with 80 cents. I want to get some content going here with 80 cents. Okay, now what you can do also is you can view your traffic estimator, and Google will give you a rough idea as to how much traffic you could expect to get. Now there's not enough data here for these keywords, so this isn't really going to help us. Okay, alright, so let's move on here. Scroll down to the bottom. We've set our bids. We're going to hit continue. Alright, this is just a review of what we've set up for this campaign and this ad group. Right here, they're going to ask you, would you like extra help? Do you want us to send personalized ideas and the AdWords newsletter? I get enough emails already, so I don't need this. And we'll just tell people that Then they're going to ask us how we heard about Google AdWords, and we'll just continue over to billing. Okay, so now that we've set up our pay-per-click account, we can then go ahead and set up our billing. Okay, and you just have to follow the steps here. Select your country, select your time zone. All right, hit continue, and you're basically going to set up your billing. Now, there's two options. You can post-pay billing. After you receive clicks, we automatically charge your card or account. This makes sure that you never run out of money in your account. Or you can do prepay billing from a bank transfer or a credit card. So basically, you put money in. Say you put $500 into your account, and Google spends that money until it's gone, and then you have to refill it up. So you can do either way. I like to do prepay because I feel like I'm in more control of my money. I know exactly how much money I'm putting in there, and I don't get any surprise billings from Google. So I like to do prepay. With postpay, you never run into your account getting suspended, so that's one big benefit. I would recommend starting with credit card. If you do a bank transfer, it could take 5 to 10 days, okay, before your account is actually set up and Google actually gets your money. So if you want to start marketing right away, I recommend doing a credit card, okay, and then go ahead and just hit continue. You'll have to agree to the advertising terms, of course. And then at that point, you will be able to set up your billing information right here, and then you can just activate this. Okay, there we go. So once you're done that, your campaign will be up and running. All right, now that we've set up our billing options, we can make a one-time payment. So what I'm going to do is just throw some money in. Let's put $200 into our account here, and we're just going to go ahead and hit continue. There we go. Please confirm. We'll make this payment of $200. And there we go. We've received your payment for $200 on your Google AdWords account. And what you'll see now is if you head on over to campaign management. All right, so here's your campaign management, your account snapshot page. You will notice that it says here your AdWords prepaid funds have been exhausted. That's because we still have a pending transaction. It hasn't gone through yet. Let's click on campaign summary. And what you will see here is your first campaign, campaign number 1. And what we'll want to do is just change the name of this campaign. So let's just click on this campaign, and we can go ahead and edit campaign settings right here. And under edit campaign settings, we can change the name of this campaign, and this will of course be marketing systems. Okay. We're not going to have an end date. This is where you can adjust your budget options. You can adjust your networks and bidding, so you can decide where you want Google to show your ads. And also scheduling. You can schedule it here and change your languages and your targeting. So I'm just going to hit Save Changes. That's all we needed to change right now is the name. So there we go. We now have our campaign marketing systems, and here's our first ad group number 1. And again, I'm just going to change the name on this as well. All I need to do is rename. And this is Spider Web Marketing. Okay, there we go. Save changes. That's just renamed our ad group to Spider Web Marketing. All right, in the next video is very important. I'm going to show you how to set up conversion tracking. So what we want to do right now is come back over to campaign summary, and let's actually just pause this campaign right now because we need to set up conversion tracking before we start spending any money and running ads. So let's just pause this right away. There we go. So our campaign is successfully paused. We're not running any ads. Your ads are not running. You should see that. And what we're going to do next is set up conversion tracking in the next video.